Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the Cuckoo. My name is Nay, and some people call me crazy, but I always know what time it is. It's time to speak up. So, this is part two for what in the world is going on in LA. I'm going to jump right to. I hope you guys can see everything. I'm doing these videos back to back, and I don't really know what I'm doing with the programs. So, if it doesn't work or if something's missing, please comment so I can read it and try to figure out the issue. So, we're back to this image on Google Maps. And this is the imagery in Los Angeles. Let me backtrack. Los Angeles. Let me go up here. And it says help all over the place. It's scrawled into the dirt. It's spelled out with these large construction tubes. This looks like it's also something physical that was moved around to spell it out. You're welcome to watch part one to kind of catch up on everything that is said here. But let's, I've jumped to conclusions as to what this is, because it looks like some coercion, moving of people in a coercive fashion is what it looks like to me, and I have to be very mindful of the algorithm as far as what I say, so I don't get flagged by YouTube. So I think you know the point that I'm trying to make with the words that I just said. Could this be fake? Let's just say hypothetically, kids like to be silly. Teenagers maybe. They go into kind of these dark, dank places as a group and they think this would be really funny. We'll just, write out the word help every, once a night, once a day until it gets national attention, and that would be really funny, haha. Could it be that? If you watched my first video, you would know that this is a junkyard over here, and this is some sort of mass transit, train station, bus station, something like that. You can see these big semi trucks over here. You also have some vehicles over here. Right? I don't know what all you guys can see on my screen. Right? So we have some vehicles over here, as you can see. It looks like a trash heap. I don't know if that's normal for a construction site, but so let's just say, hypothetically, a bunch of kids got in here thinking this is really funny. They're gonna scrawl help everywhere and see how long it takes to be noticed. Could that be what's going on here? Does that seem feasible or realistic? It's in the middle of highways. How'd they get there? Are these residential areas? I'm gonna guess not, considering that's a junkyard. Maybe over here. These look like these could be residential. And they just go there and party. I mean, I don't know what these holes are for. That's pretty suspicious to me too. Right? I don't know. I have a pretty morbid sense of humor. The family that I grew up in, all growing up and then into my teenhoods, early adulthood, they used to call me the white sheep. Kind of gives you an idea of the family I grew up in. My family's not bad, don't get me wrong, but they had their experimentals and their crazy times and their parties and all this, the trouble that they got into pretty thoroughly. Getting in juvie and that sort of thing. So I did not do any of that. But I'm going to tell you, I did develop a bit of a morbid sense of humor. I've even had people say it to me as an adult. Now I follow Jesus, so that is something that I do push away. I've tried to kind of unlearn it, but it does peek out at kind of inappropriate times every now and then. And I look at this and I think, is this just children with a really morbid sense of humor? And I gotta say, no. As someone who grew up with it and that was built into me, I look at this and I say, no, this isn't funny. Not even in a morbid sense. This seems wicked to me and disturbing. I'm very disturbed by this. So then you have to ask, so we asked, is it fake? Right? It seems like the only way it would be fake is if you have like groups of teenagers going over there doing this sort of thing. And why is help always in English, but the more complex words always in Spanish? As if the people writing the words are, you know, Spanish is actually their first language and they don't actually know any English. I mean, come on. So let's ask, is it real? I showed you the location. It's in the middle of these highways. It's surrounded by a barbed wire fence that looks like it's meant to keep people in, like a cage, rather than making sure they don't get in for the sake of protecting the property. This is probably poorly lit. You have mass transit on one side, you have a junkyard on the other. I don't know what this stuff is. Shipping containers? I never even looked at that. Are you serious? Is that actually what that is? You guys, come on. You are kidding me. I had to say a little prayer in my head and remember my Jesus, because I get a little excited. When I first saw this information on YouTube, the first thing I did was sit down and hand write a letter to President Trump. I kid you not. I didn't even vote in the election or anything, because that's a conversation for another day maybe, but the system is so far broken, and we're in the time of deception. So if you're watching people to follow, you're looking in the wrong place. You really need to have your eyes glued on Jesus, or you're going to be falling off the cliff. So but I did very reactively. Now, I wrote it respectfully, congratulated him on his presidency, just gave the information short, sweet, to the point. I was precise about it, even gave the coordinates on Google Maps. But I did. That was the first thing I did, is I wrote a letter to President Trump, because I was so, I don't know what the word would be, distraught. Of course, I prayed before that. I started praying, but, wow, that's a shipping yard? Are you kidding? It makes my insides shake. It makes me shake inside. It's awful. So, let's just say, so could this be real? I would say it could definitely be real. Now, sadly, I'm coming to the end of my time again. YouTube only lets me make videos that are 15 minutes long or less at this point, because my channel is brand new. I just saw this. I saw this on W7's channel and on Stack in the Attic's channel, and I haven't seen anybody else post anything on it. Maybe I'm just not subscribed to other people who are posting about it. But I thought 2 channels in all of YouTube, and I had to put a video out. I don't even know what I'm doing. Seriously. I learned how to use Google Maps for this, and I downloaded some sort of program that records things, and I'm using my son's headset. I just knew that I had to make a video on it. I guess the question is, what can we do? Well, actually, no, before we even get to that point, because I think there's going to be a part 3. But before we even get to that point, because it looks like in here it says like LAPD, corrupto LAPD. That's what it looks like to me. I don't remember where that is. Oh, right here. I think that might be what it is. And here it says federal. I mean, could the LAPD be in on it? Are they really that corrupt that they're helping to run some sort of ring? Now, this is hypothetical. I don't know. And I don't want to get banned off YouTube for rumors. This isn't a rumor. I'm showing you what is on Google Maps, and it was confirmed to still currently be there by someone with a camera on the ground as of 2 days ago. So this isn't old news. This is new. This is there right now as we speak. But how ironic is it that Donald Trump is talking about immigration, and he wants to kind of round up illegal immigrants and ship them out of the country. And here it appears as though peoples are being brought into the country via whatever route and dispersed to places, probably coerced. And who knows what being done to them. It seems like a slap in the face to me. I don't like it. And this bothers me on a spiritual level. If this is happening in your country, what is the spiritual health of your country? I'm really torn up by this. So, what are your guys' thoughts on this? Is there anybody out there in LA at this area? So this is East Cedar. What is that? East Caesar, East Chavez Avenue. Across here, there's a Chavez Bridge, Caesar Chavez Bridge. Okay, there's a North Mission Road. These are the roads that come underneath it here. And then there's this highway system. Los Angeles, oh, there's a river there, Los Angeles River. You guys, I'm not even kidding how terrible I am with geography. Legitimately, like it says river, I legitimately, looking at that, didn't even realize that was a river. That is a river, okay. Oh. I just have to remember that Goliath got taken down by a stone. So it doesn't matter if I could see if that was a river or not. North Mission Road, tons of highways. Wow, California. It's very different from Pennsylvania. We would have trees all over the place in here in between everything. It's not just highway. So, but there it is. If you guys can go out and get pictures, take video, see what is the current state of this place. Can you find owners who are around? And unfortunately my beeper's going off, so I have to end the video. If you can find owners maybe to these places, or, you know, talk to them over here at this auto place, you know, get a handle on those people. I don't know. Alright, part 3's coming.